In today's video, we will make a basic quiz game to review everything we have learned so far and practice our skills. It will be a quiz game about capital cities. The game will ask the player to type the name of the capital city of a certain country. When the user gets a question right, the game score goes up by 1 point. The player will be asked 10 questions by the game. After all of the questions have been asked, the game will print a message saying game over and the total score. Let's start by figuring out what tools we will need to make this game. First of all, we are going to need the print command because we are going to put a lot of things on the screen. Next, we will need the input command because we will be asking the user to type in some text. Now that we know how to use the for command and we are going to ask the user a lot of questions, we won't be typing the same commands over and over again as we did in the last quiz game we made. We will use the for command to do this. We will also need a data structure to keep track of the capitals and the countries. Since our game will ask about 10 different countries, we won't make 10 different variables. We will either use a dictionary or two lists, one for the countries and one for the capitals. The easiest way is to use a dictionary, so that's what we will do for this game. The last tool we are going to use is the if-else statement to check if the user has entered the correct answer. Let's start at once. At first, the game prints the message "Welcome to the Capitals Quiz Game", and then we have an empty line. So we type print quotes "Welcome to the Capitals Quiz Game", and then we add the /n symbol to insert an empty line. Now let's create a variable to hold the score, the number of correct answers the user has typed, and give it the initial value of 0. Score is equal to 0. Now let's create a dictionary that will hold the countries and the capitals. As we said in the previous video, a dictionary is a collection of key value pairs. Each key is associated with a value, and you can use that key to get the value associated with that key. So the dictionary is ideal for a situation like this, where we have a country and a capital. In this case, the key value pair is country capital. The keys in the dictionary we are going to create is going to be the countries and the values, the capitals of the countries. So the dictionary will look something like this. So we are going to ask the user to name the capital of a country, and then we are going to check if the answer he gave us is the same as the value we have in the dictionary for that country. Okay, let's create the dictionary. Capital is equal to curly brackets, quotes, Greece, that's the first key, colon, quotes, Athens, that's the first value pair. We can enter the key value pairs in different lines to make the code more readable. So we enter 10 country capital pairs into the capital dictionary. You can use the countries I used or any countries you wish if you want to make your custom capital quiz game. When completed, the dictionary looks like this. Now, let's learn a very cool feature of dictionaries. If I type the following for command, look what happens. For key in capital, colon, 2 spaces, print, key. If I run this block of code, you can see that the for loop printed all the keys of our dictionary. This is very cool. We don't need to write them all one after another if we need them. We're going to need this feature in our game. What if I wanted to print the capital of the country as well? Easy. We just have to access the value of that key. Print, capital, brackets, key. Now the for loop prints the country and the capital. For every iteration of the loop, the key variable holds the key of the dictionary, which in our case is the country. So let's rename the variable to country to be more descriptive. So what do we want? For every country in the dictionary, we want to ask the user to type the capital. Let's do it. We remove those two print commands because we don't need them. I just enter them for this small demonstration. Since we are going to ask the user for an input, we are going to use the input command and we are going to need a variable to hold the user's answer. So we type 2 spaces to make this command belong to the for loop. User answer is equal to input. Now we need to enter the text we are going to ask the user. What is the capital of? Now we need to enter the first country from the dictionary, so we have to use NF string. So I put NF here and then curly brackets country. That's it. This for loop is going to loop through the dictionary and ask the user to type the capital of every country in our dictionary. In this game we only have 10 countries. We could have all the countries of the world. The code will be the same. The only change will be the dictionary. Let's run it. As you can see, it works. With just 5 lines of code, we made a lot of progress in our game. In the next video, we are going to finish the game and learn some new things. Until then, try to build your own capital squeeze game, create your own dictionary, and try to check if the user answer is the correct with an if-else statement. Please post any questions in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.